my grandson, like his first birthday, like that's so monumental for me because like when he goes to research his family tree, it starts with me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I got my sons, like with that picture, like when my
Yeah.
that's a proud moment for me, especially coming from, you know what I mean? It's like I don't even know what the chain is to break, but I know what the standard we be standing to build forward towards.
And so we know, so we don't know much, but we know that, like I said off camera, the shit that we was taught
right
is wrong. And growing up in the streets of East Oakland, the things that we were forced to do and had to do, and the things that some of the OGs taught us, right?
A lot of the stuff that they taught us
was just flat out wrong. And the purpose of these conversations is to change,
right,
evolve. Like me and you, we have been involved in some of the most crazy shit ever.
Facts.
And I don't want that for my son. I don't want that for my.
I don't want that for any man. Period.
But I don't want that for my grandsons. So like, and so like my daughter left me a grandson, right? So I have to be the change,
right,
that I want them to be, that I want them to see, because I am the patriarch or the however you say it, like
of the family.
I am, like, even though my father is still alive,
it's on you.
My grandchildren don't know my father. And I'm trying to work with him now to change that because he live on 76. Most of my grandkids live right by Durant or always right by Durant.
Right. So it's like
you can get on a bike and
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like just trying to figure out a way to clean this shit up.
Like you say, man, it's be the change and lead by example in situations. Like I was having a conversation, you know, we be on the live.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with one of the guys on there. He was like, he knows he has growth to do as far as with his temperament and tone. And so he was having he said he was in a moment where a guy walked past his car, like, you know, mugging or whatever the case may be. But he was engaged in a conversation with somebody to where he didn't bite into it but he said had he not been engaged, he would have been into it. And he said he know that he shouldn't. How do he change, or what was the movements? And what I told him was, first and foremost, you're not afraid of them because your mentality was to bounce out and be like, what you want or whatever the case may be. I say, keep that same energy, but positively.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, how you doing? Are you okay?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, be the change because it's not about being afraid of him, but he might need somebody to open up to for him to see a different side of, and now a conversation may start or it may not. But you got to be the change. You can't be the aggressor.
You can't be on that.
Can't be on that, like, what you want. Like, nah, see if that man is okay. Because if you feel an energy like that, and you saying that you know that that's not how you're supposed to address it, then don't address it that way.
Don't address. And then I tell men all the time, right? He might have a mean look on his face, and he might have looked your way. He might have looked straight through you. He might be so engaged or so deep in thought that you just happen to be there. And so by you saying something to him, you kind of shake him out of his trance. And now every man is going to want to defend himself.
Exactly.
Because nobody wants to be a punk.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, that ego and that pride shit is for the birds.
For real.
Bro.
For real.
I had a phone call with a young man the other day, and I said, you know, it only takes 5 seconds to change your address for 30 years. He like, man, what you mean, DB? I'm like, bro, you calling me about this chaos and this confusion. One, I'm dealing with my own stuff. Right. And you calling me like I'm a rally behind this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't condone it. 2, are you away from the scene? Did you leave?
Right.
Then why go back? Continue on about your day. Because if you go back and an interaction happens, whether you instigate it or not, you're going to change your address for 30 years. There's no way in hell that you can do something in the streets and it not be captured on camera. I got 4 youngsters in jail right now because of stuff they did on camera. 5, no, 9 actually. I got 4. My son went to jail with 5. Here's 5 of them, and then 4 different youngsters. My nephew just came home. I'm like, what are we not doing? Like, what are we not doing? What are we not giving these youngsters to tell them, hey, that's bullshit.
Right.
Stop doing that. That's not gangster. Like, you think that's gangster? You a dummy.
Right.
They be like, DB, you tripping? I'm like, no, you are a dummy.
It's a disconnect somewhere. I mean, it's a plethora of things. It's not just one thing we could just like it was this.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But we definitely dropped the ball in as far as our generation with the, I would say more so because we had to unlearn so much stuff. By the time when we really was getting it, we already was into parenting and kids, and now we trying to correct it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? To where not that it was a bad thing, but just like we were saying before, we hindered our kids with trying to make their life better than ours was, in which we wasn't never even living because we were in such survival mode to where so we was coming from an aspect, okay, we got a better now because I'll be honest, I just turned 46. I might have just started living for real, like maybe maximum 4 years ago. But I say like 3 for real. You know what I mean?
I just turned 49 Tuesday, right?
Happy belated. Yeah.
Thank you. And you know what made me start living? 2019. Well, actually 2017, I got flipped over in a car with my 2 grandkids. And I realized how fragile life could be. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, because before then, it was the hustler's mentality, even though I had a job, right, is make as much money as you possibly can and save. And you don't have to. After 2017, I'm like, I am not leaving this shit to them for them to blow it. Right. I got life insurance policies for all that, but I'm gonna start getting out and traveling. And that's when you seen the uptick in my traveling, right? Mm-hmm. In 2019, 2 weeks before my wedding, I totaled my truck. Like, I'm in the rain coming home from work, 3 o'clock in the morning. I work at night, so 3 o'clock in the morning, I hit a puddle in my Dodge Ram. That motherfucker spun out, and slammed me into the brick wall. When my wife came to get me that morning, the fear in her face from looking at the truck. Thank God I walked away.
Right.
I had to go to the hospital the next day or whatever just to get checked out. But I got married March 1st. That happened February 19th. So she like, I almost lost you again. Then October 2019, I wake up to go to work, and I topple over. I can't get up. My eyes are yellow, and I'm in hella pain. I get to the doctor. Go Kaiser right around the corner. Go to Kaiser. They like, oh, he needs a sonogram. I'm like, I know I'm not pregnant, right? Because my go-to when I'm nervous is comedy. Right. So sonogram, MRI, CAT scan. Doctor come in and say, I'm glad you came, because if you would have waited 48 hours, you would have died. I said, died? Like, what do you mean? She said, oh, your gallbladder erupted and you got a bunch of bile backing up in you. You need to have a surgery. We can't even do the surgery right now because it'll kill you. So we have to put you on IV. We have to flush you out. And you won't be going home tonight. Right? So I'm like, shit. Like, we think about the getting shot, getting into it with somebody.
Right.
I'm a truck driver. I always think about me like getting into a major accident, driving them 18-wheelers, but I never imagined that my body would fight against itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what even makes your gallbladder erupt?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I get through that, and then from there, I'm just like, I'm really on this traveling thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but at the end of the day, even going through all that, I still got Junior that's watching me and looking at me. And due to the fact that I got his undivided attention right now, I'm actually able to ask him questions, right? Like, I asked him, like, when did I lose you? He said, when I was 14. I said, how? He said, he used to always drop me off at my auntie house on 88th and Hillside behind Castlemont.
Right. It was up.
He said, I didn't want to be no punk. I didn't want to be a victim. So I became the aggressor. And he like that. He said, even though that was my auntie house and my cousin was there, and I felt like I had to go over there because if not, then my cousin by himself. And so that's why I always wanted to be over there because I know I'm the only one that really have his back.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, shit. And that's also the time where he aged out of Pop Warner and had to go to high school.
So let me ask you this. What was going on in your life at that time?
Just work.
Just work.
Like being in a disgruntled marriage where I didn't want to go home. I always submersed myself in work.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then messing around with the other women.
Right,
you know what I mean? That's how. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's mainly work because my first wife just refused to keep a job. So, you know, our standard of living is what it is.
just what it is.
And so we not gonna not live.
I asked that because, like you say, the things that we had to unlearn to where it was like, at that point, it wasn't just clearly survival mode, but you was on ancillary survival mode because like I know she's not gonna do it, so I gotta do X, Y, and Z to make sure that because our lifestyle is what it is. Meantime, the functionality of it though, we not cognizant of the day-to-day, what he's doing, what she's doing, how she's doing, how he's doing, type of thing, because I'm providing. I ain't necessarily focused on that. Plus, this is a disgruntled marriage. I got my side chick up, so had to unlearn all that. But we grew up like, oh no, man, you supposed to have 2-3 chicks, man. You be a player. You know what I mean? Like, get the bread. And you're like, man, as long as you like, that's what we knew to. So in your mind at that time, I'm taking care of home.
I did everything I was supposed to do. But I also tell people now that we grew up under the influence of we supposed to provide and protect. Now that I got grandkids, we supposed to nurture too.
Definitely, right.
We part of the nurturing. And what really fucked me up is one of these conversations I'm having with my son, and I'm like, and he like, Pops, can I tell you something? I'm like, yeah. He like, man, you know, all those Jordans and shit that you bought us, I always liked the Adidas. So the money that you spent, you could have saved. I would have rather you took me to the park. He said, man, you took me to the park 3 times. And he named the 3 times that we went to the park and threw the football around. And he like, I remember that more than
any shoe, any.
That hit me like a ton of bricks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And to this day, I still am working on showing up more now for my grandkids, right? So do I always get it right? No, but I make sure that I'm more present now.
Right.
Than I was for my children. Because my children, they like my youngest, Nana would have been 20, she would have been 23 this year. No, 24 actually. And I had a chance to go back. Because like I left in 2014. 2014 to 2017 was like a terrible time for the family. 2017 and beyond, like I went back and actually started having conversations with my kids. And I said this before, because I haven't taught them how to communicate, I had to allow them to communicate with me the best way they knew how.
Right.
And sometimes that involved like Nana, little goofy ass, going on social media,
Right.
inventing, and me having to tell her I deserve that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But now take it down.
Right. Because
But
I heard you. I heard you loud and clear.
I got the
I
message.
get it.
But now let's have a conversation about it.
Right.
And so that's part of what we were talking about, like going back and unlearning and then relearning the proper way to communicate. And I tell my kids now that you just a little human. You don't really know how to deal with your emotions yet. So let's talk about it so I can tell you how you're supposed to deal with it. And if that hurt, cry. Like, I don't think my son has had the proper chance to process his sister not being here because he's been in jail the whole time, and that's not the environment for you to be able to process those emotions.
And that's very important. And why I say that is because to this day, that's something that I struggle with. You know how we lived and grew up. Like it was stuff happened so on top of each other that we compartmentalize it. But I woke up one day and it was in the death of somebody else.
Yeah.
But I wasn't even fucked up about that right then.
Yeah.
I was fucked up about the 3 deaths prior to it.
Oh yeah.
Hadn't even realized that because they all happened on top of each other. I ain't grieved for anyone. You know what I mean? So where it was just like, it just hit me to where I'm like, damn, like I need to go talk to somebody. I need to deal with this because I'm like, a song would come on or just like, and it'll trigger me thinking about the person or the action that whatever the song was or whatever the venue or turn. But now I done went down a rabbit hole and I done spiraled out of control because it was so much that happened. So that is very important to address and deal with it. And that's the thing I tell everybody, like, because you deserve to deal with it. You just can't live it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to process it.
And get up out of it.
Get out of that, man.
And so.
But you have to process. You have to go through the emotions. You cannot ignore them. You cannot try to man up and put, like, it's no such thing as that.
Ain't no such thing as man.
No such thing as that at all.
I have balled up like a baby and cried, and my wife just rubbed my back. I didn't. My brother drove out here several days in the beginning and just sat. Like I didn't had good men just come and just sit with me, and I didn't had men who have lost a couple of kids in the streets come sit with me and like, I know, but we can't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't punch the hole through a bathroom door. You know what I'm saying? I didn't bought a punching bag.
Right. Right. Man. You gotta, and that's the thing too. Like, you gotta find an outlet, of some sort because it's gonna be there. This is the thing: is a void is created. Anytime you lose anybody, there's a void created. Nobody can be that person for you.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or ugly, whatever it was, nobody can be that. So with that, it don't matter who come or whatever, it's gonna be these certain feelings and emotions that you're just going to have to go through and process. That's why
have to deal
when
with
people lose people, I always tell them, like, it's not gonna get better. And I'm not trying to be harsh, I'm just telling you the real. It don't get better.
Yeah,
As days go by, you learn to cope differently, and you learn your outlets, and you learn, but it don't get better. Like it's not that, like, mother, brother, child, best friend, like I done lost it all. I done seen, you see what I'm saying, to where it's like, how could you tell someone at any point it's gonna be okay?
I don't.
How? Like, you see what I'm saying?
I don't.
So like, that's why I tell people the truth, due to the fact that once you start to understand these truths, then you can start to understand how to deal with them and move forward with life, because you have to continue to move forward because it can't stop. At the same time, I'm not asking you to forget. It's not going to be better. I'm not going to ever tell you none of that, man. I'm going to tell you that you're going to learn how to not be okay with it. You're going to learn how to cope, like I said.
You're going to learn how to, I tell people now, you're going to learn how to carry it with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when my daughter was first murdered, everybody was trying to get me to forgive, and accept. And those are two words I hate. Like, you telling me to forgive, like, what? And you telling me that you ain't lost nobody.
Right, right.
You ain't lost a kid. So how dare you? And then accept. I'll never accept the fact that my child not here. You know what I'm saying? I will always acknowledge that so I don't go crazy. But accept, that means to agree with. Like,
Yeah, I'm not able to do that.
I'm not able to agree with it, and that's why I wrote a whole book called The Grief Cycle is Bullshit, because the shit that they try to tell you, man, the shit that the therapist tried to tell me, I'm like, you gotta be crazy.
See, this is the thing about therapy, though. Well, the clinical therapy, because I do believe in therapy, but it's a way that works for people, and it has to be a certain type. I'm not saying the clinical. It might be. This is therapy.
I about to say, this is therapy.
This is therapy. You see what I'm saying?
I've had therapists sit in that seat.
Because this thing about it, like, young, because I was shot up. I was
Yeah.
like all the different things, and they like, you're gonna go crazy, you're gonna lose it. I'm not even 18 yet, and I'm dealing with all of these different things. They're like, you need to go talk to somebody. So for my family, I'm like, all right, but I'm like, that's not gonna necessarily. So I go to the therapist, Berkeley, all the
Yeah.
things is where and I tell him I'm not even really. He's like, you got to be open to it. I say, okay, so I'm gonna give you the 3 seconds. I'm gonna do everything you asked me to do. But if I'm not getting it, let me ask you some questions.
Yeah.
So then we went into that. Long story short, I asked the therapist, like, do you know your parents? Have you ever been shot? Do you know what it's like to not have food? Do you know, like, I asked him all these different things,
Yeah.
and he has no knowledge of. So you mean to tell me that
Because you read a book.
because you studied some things that someone else's opinion of how I'm supposed to feel, and you got a degree on this, and you sitting here, you don't look nothing like me. You ain't experienced anything in my life, and I'm supposed to take heed to what you're saying. Granted, I know that there's social norms, but everybody in the world got a different fingerprint, bro.
Yeah.
So how can you tell me that I'm supposed to feel, do, act, think like anyone else on the planet, bro?
Yeah, exactly. So that's
You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, like, at the same time, this is therapy.
exactly.
So I'm saying, to where the thing about wisdom, you never know where it's gonna come from. So you should always pay attention and listen. You could take from it what you want to take from it,
Yeah, most definitely.
but don't shun an eye to anything. At the same time, you know what worked for you and what don't work for you. In most cases, because we don't know everything. But what I do know is that I'm not able to receive a message from just anybody. The vessel has to be correct. And I know that to be true due to the fact of all of us, and whoever watching could attest to this. 5 people could have been telling you the same thing for years that was prominent for your life. And then one person to come say the exact same thing to you, but you received it from them.
Exactly.
See what I mean? Because it's like, okay, i.e., like, when I first came home from my first like shit and is like trying to get back into society, like, I'm not doing this no more. Let me go get a job and everything. And which working for somebody for me is something that I can do to get to the next level. But I'm not a worker. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not. That's my mentality is not, and not even about being a boss, because the boss has staffs. You know what I'm saying? I've been blessed to be able to be a boss, but I'm gonna work towards that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But with that being said, coming home, and so me and one of my cousins, we in the same boat. He transitioning, like, probation, parole. We all trying to get jobs and shit, and we out. And I ain't really on it like he on it. Straight up. Like, I ain't really, I'm not there to where, everybody tell me this is what I should do. And me and him in the same boat, so we riding, and he flash out on me. He like, cuz you ain't even really about this, man. We trying to get, he like, you gonna bullshit right now. I'm like, damn, cuz, like, and he like, nigga, you ain't never worked for nothing. So now I'm like, what the fuck is you talking about? I ain't never worked for nothing. Like, and then he like, he calmed down, and in the moment he talking to me, he like, think about it, cuz. He say we have mortgages and all this type of things that we were able to obtain hustling and everything. He say, I know personally, he like, your mortgage was $5,500. Plus you had the apartment $2,700. He say, I done been with you 3-4 days before. You don't got the money. And like, you go hustling, go get it. He like, that's not working. That's not realistic. That ain't reality. He say that's not a reality. You was blessed to be in a position where you know how to get some money and do, but that's not work. Reality. He like, you ain't never went to work 40 hours a week to stack your money to because it was a car that you wanted. He said you went out and hustled for it. That is different to where I didn't see it like that though. You see what I'm saying? To where I was like, damn, to where when so he flashing like you ain't on it because he like, you don't see the value in going to work every day because it ain't about the money. And I'm not looking at it because I didn't see the value in, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, all of this I gotta go through to make $20 an hour. Is you serious? Like, come on, bro. Like, what is we doing?
But it's big. It's bigger than that.
Exactly.
It's bigger than that.
It's bigger than that.
I tell people often that you don't really like. So I chose a career where I make drug dealer money legally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I work for the garbage company in San Francisco.
Right.
Because when I got fired from the warehouse and when I got fired from Sleep Train, making $12, $14 an hour and with 3-4 kids.
Right.
I'm like, this ain't gonna work. Right. And to prevent me from consistently having to hustle, I'm like, where can I go where I can make the money?
Right.
To provide for the family without having to
do exactly.
So and then I learned about the pension and all the benefits.
Right.
Like,
but then again, this is like what we talking about for me, because the hustle is the hustle.
Yeah,
it's in you. The mentality of it, that's just what it is. Once I unlearned that it didn't have to be illegal, that I could hustle the same way and make the same money legally, it was like, oh shit. Yeah. But they never told me that. They never showed me that. That's not what I seen. That wasn't my examples. Yeah. I seen the hustler, so that's what I thought I was supposed to do. Not knowing that, yes, the mentality is that, yes, that's what you, but nigga, you can do it legally.
You can do it legally.
There's so much.
It's so many ways.
So many ways. You
to the object of the game is to stay on the board.
Facts.
You know what I mean? However you choose.
Facts.
Just don't get knocked off the board.
Right. And then that's the thing about it too. It's not a race, man. I can't.
No, it's not a race for a competition.
I can't express it enough to whoever's watching. It is a marathon. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't about the man next to you, in front of you, behind. It ain't about that. And I give everybody this analogy to make it plain and simple for people. 5 + 1, 4 + 2, 3 + 3. Everybody ended at 6. It didn't matter that he started with 1, he started with 5. It didn't matter that he started with 2, he started 4. Yeah. Everybody's path to 6 was just different.
Yeah, exactly.
And as long as you stay on your path, you gonna make it to 6.
And
that's all that matter at the end of the day.
It's a personal marathon.
That's it.
And so I just had a conversation with somebody. Since I've been talking, I've had hella conversations. And so I made a post the other day that said, comparison is not the thief of joy. It should be the birthplace of inspiration. And he was like, man, that ain't how it go. It's comparison is the thief. I said, change your heart. He said, what you mean, nigga? Woo. I'm like, calm down.
Right.
You done? I said, how else are you going to know what's possible if you don't see somebody else do it?
Facts.
He like, oh. I said, so you so hell-bent on calling me, trying to prove that I'm wrong, that you're not even getting the message. Stop doing that. Stop analyzing every post that I put up as a way to say that that's not how it go or you wrong, DB. I said, bro, this could be our very last conversation and I would not be mad because I don't got time to keep trying to explain myself to people who hell-bent on just not understanding me. You have not experienced half of the things that I've experienced. And you don't, and I told him, I said, you ain't read a book since elementary.
Right.
You don't read, you don't read, you don't like podcasts, you do not take in new information.
Right.
So how are you going to challenge somebody who take in new information every day?
It's a lot of people that just, and I don't engage with them. They just want it more so than understanding. They just want to be right. So it's like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what it is that I'm going to say to you because you just want to be right.
Yeah.
You got it.
And that's why I said this could be the last conversation
Right.
that we had. And I used to think that was mean, right? And so my brother would say, "Man, you cut people off quick." I'm like, I don't have time to deal with ignorance, right? If you hell bent on not getting the message or just challenging me every chance, I don't got time to keep stopping for the barking dog behind the gate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And my brother's like, that makes sense.
Right.
When I'm walking down the street and it's a dog barking behind the gate, I just keep walking.
Keep walking. Oh, yeah.
As a kid, I used to run back and forth to get down the gate and make the dog run into the gate. But as an adult, I mean, fuck that dog. And I know if you jump the fence, I'm going to kick you back over the fence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, why are so many African-American men hell-bent on just not progressing?
I don't know if it's just the mentality, in short. You know what I mean? And in my opinion, in the areas and different things we grew up, as far as poverty, hoods and ghettos, there was a culture and like a cesspool of a culture that we thought we had to be. You know what I mean? Our examples of what we had to be weren't positive in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And to the where even today, with different propagandas and narratives being pushed as far as from the powers that be, it's still cooked, is what we call it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To the like, and so those are the things where we come in, we have these conversations, and because I'll be honest, I still fall short.
Everybody do.
You know what I mean? The thing is, I'm conscious about it to where I'm consciously doing my best to correct things. But more so than anything, I got 3 young men that are my sons, and now a grandson. They good because I'm gonna make sure it's because I know the lens, and they saved my life. You know what I mean? As far as because it gave me a purpose, and like, oh, I can't move like this no more. I have to be more so than anything. They watching my every move, and I gotta lead by example. I've been blessed because they work. They ain't never been in jail. None of like that's a blessing for me.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's a bigger picture than that. Because I can touch a lot of people to where that's with me doing music and entertainment and things, and how I started going hard as of late was because I've always known that I have a platform and I have a voice and things just because of how I'm moving it. I've been prophesied to on 3 different coasts by different ministries. They don't know each other. The same message though. It's like, you in ministry, but your ministry is not the pulpit.
Yeah.
You have a purpose, you have a voice, and you are able to touch people that we can't and would never be because they not even listening or they can't even receive us. That's my purpose, and I ran from it for a long time, DB.
And so,
You know
like I tell people, and including my son, because my son is quote unquote like people follow him, and I'm like, if people follow you and you got a big platform, you got to be conscious of where you're leading them to.
Facts.
Right. And so now we not 30 no more. Right. Like I said outside, we pushing 50.
Facts.
And I personally love the surgence of the positive rappers, the D1s, the La Russells.
Right.
I see Thump he on some positive, but about 4 years ago, it's been about 4 or 5 years ago when I first seen that dude, La Russell. I called Thump and I called Whip, and I'm like, y'all might want to get on this. Like, this is gonna explode. Everybody was like, man, we gangsters. And I'm like, Thump, you're not a gangster.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you should be on this positive. Like, this is where it's going. And now La Russell out of here, and now Thump. Like, I push his music. Like, I pushed your music the other day. Like, but we gotta start pushing positivity.
Right.
Because that negative, I mean, you don't got to turn into a gospel rapper,
Right.
but you can still relay your true life in a more not you personally,
No, I get it. I know.
but it's several ways to tell the same story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's where a lot of people with me, right? So then they just had a perception. Then they go listen to the music and they like, damn, bro, you really in there speaking out. And I'm like, that's my responsibility. Y'all see it. Even when they look at the videos, a lot of people just click through. But then like the people that's listening, I get the calls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what I do it for. Like I get the call. They like, damn, bro, like you really, yes, like that's what I'm doing it for. So you can hear, like, I could talk about the jewelry, the cars, and all of this. But see, this is the thing about it. You see it in the videos, but then you listening to me, I ain't talking about none of that shit.
And that's what I noticed about the video. The video that you sent me, when I listen to it, I'm like, he get their attention with all this.
Exactly.
But the message, and I'm like, that's why I said shared. You know what I mean? I shared it. You know what I mean? Because people send me shit all the time. And I'm like, I'm not putting that on my.
And that's the thing. Like, I know how to get your attention. Like, so what you see, I'm an East Oakland nigga. Like, that's who I am. At the same time, I'm way bigger than that. I'm traveling the world. I've been to 4 countries this year and got 2 more.
You see what I'm saying? I think I got you beat on the travel.
Yeah, I mean, but I just got my passport too, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, to where like I had to, I wasn't able to get it. Now I got it. I'm on one. Like I got to experience. I got to, so I can bring it back to my people. I done took family out the country, like, because my cousin JR, he on his 4th passport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? As soon as I got mine, I called him, where's the next trip? Because I know how to, you know what I mean? He told me too, we went to Cuba, that was the first trip. He said, watch how many people in the family gonna start traveling now just because you came. Because he like, they always looked at me as the weirdo, I'm the revolutionary. They like, JRB, what he on? But he like the fact that you came and you, the street side of the family, this, that, and the third, watch how many people. And I'm like, cuz ain't nobody. The next time we went back to Cuba, we was 10 deep.
Because people don't leave outside their 10-block radius.
At all.
And so like I got a couple of people that travel with me now, and they like, blood, like I took my partner to Dubai with me. He like, this what you this what you always do. He like, and we ended up on a yacht, an all-black party. I mean, all white party, but it was 200 black people in Dubai partying. He like, I see why you don't go out locally.
Right.
Because
it's different, man.
The vibe is different. The women are friendlier. It's like, it ain't none of that turning your nose up.
It's not none of it. It's living.
It's everybody just came out here to enjoy themselves. Then we went
life.
to Greece. You know what I mean? But like, I'm like 40 countries in, cause like, and back to what you were saying about the visuals. Before my son went to jail, he came out here and he was like, Pops, why you don't got a Bentley? I said, a Bentley? I said, son, why would I buy a Bentley? That's gonna put a target on my back.
Right.
But I said, I got a 2022 Silverado. I got an 18 Honda. I got a 21 and a 13 Mini Cooper. Got that trailer out there that you're supposed to be selling T-shirts out of.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got a Mustang and I got El Camino. You don't think I could have bought a Bentley? He like, man, I never thought about it like that. He said, but see, if you would have had a Bentley and a chain, I said, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Right.
But I get it. That's what you looking for. So me buying a house, me taking all my kids out the country, that don't mean nothing to you as a 22-year-old man at the time.
Because you can't see that on the gram.
You can't see that on the gram.
So it's not for real. It don't exist for real. If you can't see it on the gram, it don't exist.
And that is wild to me.
To where I be trying to explain to him, I'm like, if you could show me the money, you ain't got no money. They're like, what you mean? If you trying to show me your money,
yeah,
that let me know how much money you ain't got.
And on top of that, right? you not even if you can show me the money, you gonna lose that. The Fed's gonna come take that.
That's what I'm saying.
And on top of that, you gonna spend that before the end of the year.
Because you it's too tangible. You're not investing, you're not like my money working for me.
And I told my son, I said, just a few years ago, everybody in the hood was hood rich. And now they not. And now that's probably why the crime rate went
It's
up.
exactly why.
Because
they done created a lifestyle for themselves that they can't sustain to. And now you done got a taste of it. And now it's like they ready to rob, steal, kill, whatever to try to get back to that.
And it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. So, but I'm the turtle.
Right.
I just keep going to work and keep.
Because it's a marathon.
Because it's a marathon. But it's a personal marathon.
That's what I'm saying. Like you ain't worried about none of that. Even like with me with the cars, everybody like, man, you always keep. And then I have to tell you, like, these are assets. Yeah, you see me build cars, but this is the thing. The money that if I put 40 into a car, it's for sure at minimum worth 60. At minimum. But 60 to 80.
Yeah.
My cars, I got all the paperwork. My shit's appraised and insured.
Yeah.
And I put it up. You know what it's doing for me? Appreciate.
Just sitting. And so that's why when I see you and you be like, cuz, I bounce out.
Right.
I give you a hug. I don't even turn my car off.
Right. And keep it moving. Right.
And I don't got nothing against nobody or however you live. That's how you live. That's just not how I choose to live.
Exactly.
So people look at me as being weird because I don't do the same things they do. I don't look at you as weird because you don't do what I do. I just say.
I tell everybody, man, and this was something I went through this program. Long story short, I call it a life enhancement, but it taught me the things that I didn't know that weren't working for me that I do.
Yeah.
So that I could address those and not do them. And then it taught me the things that were working for me, how to enhance them.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And with that, it put me in a different mentality. And this is where I started to learn how to live to where I got it tatted on my arm, only you can judge me, right? And so I would go into places like, I'm big with analogy, so that's why you always hear me like, so I can get people to understand. I will say I'm at the grocery store, right? I'm in the cereal aisle, a white man come, hey man, how you doing? The younger me, the things I had to learn will be, fuck this white man speaking to me for like what you on? Like, versus now, hey man, how you doing?
Yeah.
Nobody go to the grocery store book shopping, cuz. You see what I'm saying? So where if nothing else, this is common ground. We in the cereal aisle. How you doing? He getting this fucking Wheaties. I'm getting my honey bunches of oats. Like, man, how you doing? Now a conversation done started.
Exactly.
You don't know what can come out of a conversation. He might be the CEO of fucking Amazon Music or something. I don't know. But I frowned at him before versus just saying, how you doing? And now a conversation started, just a slight tweaking mentality. But I had to unlearn.
Yeah, what's wrong with saying hi?
Right. But this is the thing, back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
I had to unlearn how judgmental I was.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's
you see what I'm saying?
That's
like,
the point. I'm
right.
like, we grew up where it's a problem to say
it's a problem.
Hi.
What's wrong with like
that's how
but that's how cooked the mentality
that's
was.
how cooked the mentality
you
is.
Know what I mean?
You walking down the street, another man walk past you, you head nod, he head nod, y'all keep going.
Right.
20, 30, what you looking at? You're walking past me.
Right.
I'm supposed to look at you.
Like, exactly. But then too, even like with women, because it's the mentality be cooked
the
everywhere.
Mentality is universal.
So it'd be like, all right, women, you had to be at work at 8 o'clock. You got up at 5 to do your hair, your makeup, your clothes on and everything, and you still was late. You get to work, and I'm like, you look nice today. What you mean I look nice? Like, I mean, goddamn, you just spent 3.5 hours putting that shit together. I see what you did. Am I not supposed to compliment you?
Man,
But it's the mentality. It'd be
that
like,
is the wild.
because whatever you angry at, whatever don't have nothing to do with me. But as a man, and I don't even like you. Like, I'm not
I don't even like you. Like,
I just see what you did.
I take it one better. One day I'm at the bank. I'm at Chase. The lady pulls some money out the ATM and she drops $100 bill. This is a Caucasian woman. You could tell she had some body work done and all that. So she probably do get approached a lot. I'm like, excuse me, miss. Oh, I'm busy. I said, oh, you too busy to pick up your $100 bill? Okay, I'll grab it. She say, huh? I said, yeah, you dropped your $100 bill. I'm just trying to be nice to you. She said, oh, my bad. I apologize. And I'm on the phone with one of my homies. He like, did she think you was getting at her? I'm like, I don't know what she thought, but I'm just trying to tell you that
you dropped some money.
You dropped some money at the ATM machine. I've never dated a Caucasian woman.
Right.
I don't do bodies. Like,
right.
Like, that's not my thing. You know what I mean? Like, that and them long ass eyelashes.
Right. We call them cumbrellas.
Yeah, I don't do it. Like, I don't do it. I don't really like weaves. And I got a funny story. For the engagement photo shoot, I told the makeup artist, if I can't see my wife freckles,
don't do it.
I ain't gonna take the photos.
Straight up.
They worked on that makeup. We went through 3 makeup artists in order for her to be able to, for me to still see her freckles. I said, she's already beautiful to me. That's why I'm marrying her. I don't need all that extra shit.
Right.
When I look at my wedding pictures and my photo of my wedding engagement pictures, I want to be able to see the woman that I'm married
to. Exactly.
I don't want, you can't, the amount of wedding photos that I see, and I'm like, who that?
Right.
They like, that's
who this woman?
No, who that? That's me. Okay, you look so beautiful.
Like, man, it'd be crazy. But that's, again, it all boils down back to mentality. The things that, and we was talking about it the other day. I forget the lady's name, but was a professor at Berkeley and wrote a book. The study was about, it was an example of, mentality. So you had 2 women, 35 years in age, white woman, black woman.
Yeah.
2 sons, both 5 years old, getting ready to go into the bank. The white woman and her son just walking to the bank. The black woman and her son, they stop out before they walk to the bank. And the black woman tells her son, when we go in here, you stay next to me, don't be running around, don't be acting crazy, don't be, you know what I mean? In which she's not no one's wrong or right.
Yeah.
They go into the bank. Now, they're in line behind each other. White woman's in there first. The little white boy, he's running around exploring. The little black boy is just standing next to his mother, looking at the white boy explore, and he's like, why am I able, like, he's confused.
Yeah.
Because he see another 5-year-old kid. It's not about white or black with him. I see another 5-year-old little boy having the time right now, but I can't do nothing. Like, what the hell is going on? Right there is a mentality created in him that he can't do something that someone else can do for whatever the reason be.
Yeah.
And then once he grows into it, he learns it's because of the color of his skin that he's not able to do these things because he's perceived as a certain way. And he's being taught this because, one, his mother's trying to protect him. So she's not wrong because she's protecting him. So she thinks from society. But what she's also doing is inbreeding him with a mentality that's cooked that you are equal. You're less of, you can't move in a certain manner, in which she's not wrong because that's what society painted, but we need to teach our kids that that's not reality. At the same time, how do we teach them that and protect them from society?
So my personal opinion on that particular thing is, like, I think we do more damage to ourselves than they do.
Right.
Yes, they started it. Right. But we perpetuate it more than they do.
Facts.
We have killed more of us than the KKK ever has.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So yes, they put the play in motion.
Right.
But they gave us the ball a long time ago.
But this the thing about that. Most of us don't even know that we got the ball. And that's the sad part about it.
And,
Most of us don't even know that we are no longer the minority.
yeah, exactly.
Most of us don't know that if you link up with your brother, not just your black brother, your Mexican brother, your Asian, like we are the majority, and we could. That's yeah,
But that's why we having these type of
like,
conversations,
and
right?
it to the point where like, we have our circles and we doing our best to push it forward. At the same time, I get frustrated with attempting to talk to my brother who I know should know better, but just can't get it.
But you know what though? You know what? You know what else? Nobody's paying attention to. I 100% respect the Wises, Samantha and Ed.
Oh yeah.
I think his name is Chris Rochelle, and the whole collaboration they did to buy the Coliseum. Like that, from my understanding, that is a black organization that did that, and they own hella stuff throughout the community, but they can't do it openly because, well, I don't know if they do it openly or not, but I don't think it's a lot of people paying attention to them.
It's not.
In the way that they show up with that black garbage truck and clean up certain parts of Oakland. You know what I mean? So we should be rallying around them,
right?
Because they already got the foundation and the infrastructure in place, right? Instead of
trying to create another one somewhere
instead
else.
of creating another one and running the motorcycle gangs, or motorcycle groups. You know what I'm saying? Like people be so hell bent to say I'm part of this organization and ain't really doing nothing for the community no more. Like back in like 94, 95, 96, or even like 2000, 2004, like people used to show up and actually participate in community events, not just special weekends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Definitely.
I think we may not be paying attention to the people who actually doing and laying the blueprint, and I think more of us should.
Right. Definitely.
And so like, but like we said in the beginning, it starts with us, like us changing our mentality, us changing the way we move, us teaching our sons. And I got more work to do than you.
Right.
Because I got to get him out the system. And then, but I'm like right now, I'm sending him books.
Right.
Like, where's that book at? Did somebody take my book? This book right here. The Man the Moment Demands. This Jason Wilson cat. It's 10 characteristics of a man, right? And how each moment demands you to be a different man. Me and my son read that book together. You know what I mean? Resilience, the resilience factor, the let them theory. You know what I mean? Like teaching him, and we read Anger Management for Everyone. So now that I got his undivided attention, we reading together.
Able to right.
And so now
build a bond that's built on something.
And so I tell him all the time, if I'm 49 and you 25, and I'm giving you the game that I'm getting, you should be way sharper than your counterparts that you're hanging around. So you don't got no excuse. And like I told him last night, my only job now is to make sure that you can never say that nobody never told you.
Right.
Because nobody never told me a lot of stuff growing up. And we had to go out and learn things on our own and bump our head and be like, ouch, that hurted.
Right.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
And then I got people older than me that call me big bro. I'm like, no.
Man, that'd be like wow to me because it happens.
You still the OG. Like, you
like,
still the OG. Like, we not going to change the hierarchy here. Like,
I'm not able to accept that. Like,
I tell them all the time, you still the OG. I'm not your big bro. Like, it's like I got a partner that moved out of state, and he always hit me, big bro. I'm like, You're 10 years older than me, man. What do you mean, big bro? Like,
It's like, man, mentality though.
but we got to get more people to read,
Yeah.
and or not even just read, just
Do some
evolve,
research
do
and
some research,
study.
because you don't have to. All information don't have to come through reading.
Right.
You can listen to a podcast.
You could do an audio book. Like it's
Yeah, you
just
can do an audio book.
right. I mean, YouTube.
Yeah.
Like it's a plethora of different documentaries. Like learn some them. But what I've been doing lately is traveling, going to actually see.
Yeah,
Man, what's going on over here? Let me take this tour and learn about these people over here, or what they say were my ancestors, or like let me and like it's been amazing. We just went to the Mayan ruins, man, and it was just like
yeah.
it's just a different type of serenity, just
Oh, most definitely.
in general. The air, the water, the food, like the people, is just a different type of thing, man. And like I said, I've been blessed to come out and learn how unlearn how to
And
survive and learn how
learn.
to live.
Yeah, learn how to thrive.
You know what I mean? Like,
So I think that was a great conversation.
definitely.
I never did the intro or nothing.
Yeah, man, we just got right into
We
it.
just
Jack.
got right into it. But, I just want to have more conversations like this with the goal of helping somebody,
Right,
what I mean?
right.
Either whether it's somebody older than us, our age, or younger than us, just letting them know that all of us, even though we may look like one thing, we actually intelligent.
No, for real.
And so, like, I always thought you was intelligent.
Likewise.
You always move different. Like you, Cam, like what I mean.
Right.
Cam is another sharp one. I'm gonna
Right.
get him. I'm gonna get him in the seat. You know what I mean?
And we have like a group of us that hold each other accountable for different things. Like I know if I go, you would call me like, "Cuz, what the fuck is you on right
Yeah,
now?
like why are you
doing that? Like, and it don't come from a place, and that's the thing about it. Like, we gotta be able to hold each other accountable. We gotta be we gotta. It's like accountability circle, damn near, to where it's
Yeah.
like, but then not even just that. If I'm drifting off, like I know that I got some men that I could call and run some things by, and they gonna tell me the best to their ability, honest, whether it be advice, opinion, whatever it may be. To where Cam and I had conversations a lot, and DB comes up often in those conversations because Cam be like, man, I ran it by DB, and he said the same thing, or like man, like to where it be like, we have to, we gotta do this, man. We have to.
And so, like I said earlier, like if you can lead somebody or you got the ability to be a small part of influence over them, you got to lead them to the positivity.
Facts.
You got to like my number one job as everybody's friend, cousin, uncle, is not to crash out.
Right.
Because as much as we try to stay away from trouble, if we allow it in, but if we allow it in,
right,
it don't just stop. It comes in and it just get to pinging around everywhere, and before we know it, it's a lot of fathers in jail. Right. It's a lot of broken homes, and I just don't want to be the cause of a lot of broken homes. And I'm not really trying to cause no chaos or confusion. You know what I mean? Not unnecessarily. That's why I just stay to myself.
Right. I don't know if you remember, but you was part of in my journey with one of the pivotal moments, because I always remember, and he was like, "Cuz everybody don't love you, cuz."
Yeah.
When I forget where he was at, I got into it with one of my niggas in the club, and I don't remember that to where it was like, and I'm like, I don't understand, like, nigga, we getting money to where you like, cuz everybody get money, nobody care about, like, these niggas just don't love you for real, cuz. Yeah. To where I was just like, damn, because it was a child, and you knew the whole shit, where it was just like, but like, you know how you know stuff, but like I say, people tell you a message, but it takes somebody for you to, because people have been saying that to me the whole time about him in particularly. Like that night, I mean, it was the fight and all this shit, but that night you were just like, I heard it. I finally heard, like, everybody don't love you. Yeah, like I heard it, like, damn.
But it is when you realize it's the people that you poured so much love into that is not reciprocal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't talk to the person that was with me that night. Like,
Right.
I don't talk to him,
Right.
and he on my wedding picture.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like once you show me that I'm expendable or the love is not reciprocated, I don't mind distancing myself.
Yeah, man. But that's the thing too. Like they say, wolves in sheep's clothing. This is the thing about it. You are your authentic self. Even if you thought you had to be something or whatever, at some point, the real you is going to come out. I promise you. I done seen it happen in so many situations. And with that being said, like I got this theory I live by. Me and my guy came up. It's called the 4% theory. In short, you only rock with 4% out of people in life.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean? Which means that it's 96% of people that you just not gonna be able to rock with. It don't matter what the situation or circumstance is.
Yeah.
So you have your 4%, but it puts you in other people's 96%. That's the thing. It works both ways.
It works both
But
ways.
with that, and this is how I tell people you seem to be true to where like you'll have a friend and you kicking it with somebody, and then somebody else will come, but y'all both know him and y'all both be like, man, how you like? It's because that's the 4%.
Yeah.
But then you got this though. You got the people that's you think this in your 4%, but they're shading. They really in your 96%.
Hell yeah.
It just ain't came out yet.
And when it do,
sometimes it takes years. Sometimes it takes but when it comes out,
you got to be okay with it.
You got to be okay with it because they was never supposed to be here anyway.
I ain't gonna say they never was supposed to be there. I'm gonna say they was there for a purpose or
Right.
or a reason. Right. Like, so I've learned. So the thing about me is because I read so much and I spend so much time by myself, I think a lot.
Right.
So I have the ability to self-reflect, and I have the ability to go through every situation that we've been through,
right,
and be like,
that's what it was.
He or she showed me there, but I missed it.
Right.
Or I overstepped my boundaries there. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they wouldn't have did that for me. And I have a lot of situations in my life where I've done things for people that they wouldn't do for me. And anytime I can identify that, that's my bad, because I wasn't paying attention to the signs. And so now I just pay more attention to the body language, what you're not doing, how you're not showing up for me. And especially after losing my mom and my daughter,
right,
I don't care who I lose. You know what I mean? As long as it's not my dad or my siblings.
Right.
You know what I mean? And me and my dad, we working on building our relationship to be a little bit better. But the goal is to be as happy as possible for the rest of this journey we call life. Because I'm carrying a lot.
Right.
You carrying a lot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And just continue to have conversations like this.
Thanks.
And be open, honest, transparent, and let these youngsters know, these OGs know, and people that's gonna be our age is gonna see this and understand that, one, you're not alone. You know what I mean? Two, it's okay to express your emotions.
Definitely.
Every emotion has a positive or a healthy way to express it. You gotta find yours.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
And it's healthy because this would be the thing about it. Like we had these conversations, and I know this to be in my life true in what I've seen. Because people don't know, or like everybody think it's just them, or like, you know what I mean, feel like they alone, and to where now you and I have this conversation and somebody else see it or be there and be like, damn, me too.
Yeah.
And now that's okay for them to let it out because they didn't know that somebody else was dealing with it, or it was like they dealing with it in their head. They don't have nobody to talk to, vent to, or not, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, whatever the case may be.
So we need to have these conversations to let people know, like, if you walking around here thinking that you ain't supposed to feel nothing and that you can just stonewall through life, man, you gonna have a rude, cold crash out. You know what I mean?
But another purpose for these conversations is we having people crash out. We having people take themselves off the board.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Real.
Because they don't have nobody to talk to.
Right.
And I've been telling people lately, growing up, I was the jokester, like I was capped, like we all capped on
Right,
each
right,
other and
right.
all that. But now as adults, if an adult think highly enough of you to come and have a conversation with you, do not brush it off
Right.
and do not make fun of it because you think it's something funny, but they carrying this and you don't know what else they carrying. And by you making fun of it, they just shut down and
Right.
now they gonna take themselves off the board possibly, right? And like I interviewed a lady whose 14-year-old son was murdered by a bully, and then her baby father took him off the board because he couldn't deal with it. And in our conversation, she is kind of excitedly saying what she did during the funeral and all that, and I just leaned in and said, "That was mean and that was wrong. Like you didn't allow that man to participate in his child's service," and it hit her like, damn,
Right.
because it turned into your child. Now it's just your child. Like, and she was excited about it. And I'm like, nah,
Right.
that wasn't right. And I'm not saying that was the cause of him taking himself off the board, but
Right.
I can guarantee you that didn't help.
Yep, at all.
And so like having these type of conversations with people that people see on a daily basis,
Right, right, right.
because it's easy for me to pull some strings and start having people that we consider celebrities
Yeah.
come sit on, but that creates a disconnect. You know what I mean?
No, it does.
It'll make me look like a popular guy, but it creates a disconnect because man, that's such and such.
Right.
You know what I
We
mean?
need to have a real conversation with
With
people
the
that's really in the
with
community.
the really in the community and really, and you can see these people. If you pull up, they probably there. You know
Right.
what I mean? And so it just makes the conversation more real. And I also understand that by us having conversations, like you said, somebody that we least expect will see the conversation and be like,
It's cool now.
"It's cool now." Because I got other men that seen conversations and like, man, blood, I've been looking for somebody to talk to.
Right.
Now they're not ready to come sit down and have a conversation on camera, but at least we having
The conversations are being had.
at least the conversations are being had. And so, because I know where my mentality went, right? I wasn't trying to take myself off the board, but I definitely had some dark days
Yeah,
where,
man, we all have, man.
and so, and I said that before. Everybody got dark days.
Like,
And everybody got those days where they like, why me, or like how, and I did all these things right, and then you know what I mean. But if we don't express those,
right.
then everybody think that they.
That's why I always be telling people, man, hey man, check on your strong partner though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like check on him.
Because him not that strong.
Him not that strong, man. You just don't know it. Because this be the thing too about like, and I know this for me, because I had to break out of it. Like we just said, like being the rock or being the strong partner, to get the calls from the cams, the thumps, the whatever, to where it's like I got into a mentality where I felt like I had to be like, you know what I mean? Because if I don't, they gonna break if they can't handle if
But
they
they
see,
not.
but they not though.
They not.
They not. They need to hear me say that, you know what I mean, so that they can know that everybody go through this. Like we all
I give you
deal
one
with
better.
it. You know what I
Me and my
mean?
brother. My brother, he he is who he
He
is.
is who he is, right?
And so I'm like, bro, but stress will take your ass off the board too.
Facts.
Like, talk.
Right.
So me and him have real conversations now. Cause like he got 4 kids and his son just came home from jail. You know what I mean? Like, so you can't tell me that don't affect you, or that you processing without discuss. Like, and so now we have real conversations, and so like, we just hit each other and just be like, bro, what type of day you having?
Right,
like,
right.
You know what I mean? And we don't go for that. I'm good. No.
Nah.
What type of day you having? Like, what's
going on?
Like anything going on that we need to discuss today?
Right.
And so that's a text. Like anything going on that we need to discuss.
Right.
Like anything weighing heavy on you. Like let's talk about it. And so I just wish more men talk and stop trying to be cool with the kids.
That's a whole different. Like, man.
If you standing on the corner with your kid right now, man, come sit down.
Definitely.
Because like, if we trying to clean up the community, we got to do it from the inside out. Them people don't care about us.
Nope.
And my son, he part of the problem. And so like, I'm talking to him and I'm like, man, like that's not how we rocking. That's not how we rocking and rolling. So like, where he at right now, I'm like, dog, if it's not immediate danger, walk away.
Walk away, man.
You will fuck around and extend your stay there unnecessarily. And you got 3 daughters out here that need you.
If just people in general would just take 5 to 10 seconds, just think about what you about to do, man. I promise you, a lot of the outcome would change because you got to respond first, react.
Yeah.
I promise you. And reacting, unless it's just like, you know, a fly hits you and you react or like some shit, I promise you your reaction going to be wrong. It's going to be wrong.
Oh, and it's going to get caught on camera.
Respond.
Yeah.
Respond, because when you reacting is just reflex. Responding, you done thought about how you gonna do this, and then if you respond and you still do some shit, then I hope you know what you entering. At least you thought about what you was doing enough to be accountable for that shit.
So my whole thing is, when you wake up in the morning, we talked about this in the beginning, checking in with yourself. How are you feeling today?
Right.
If you ain't feeling 100% or 85%, stay your ass in the house.
Right.
Stay your ass. A lot of people are outside with nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's a lot of people outside right now with no agenda. We just outside. No agenda. Just think about it.
Right. That's nuts. Like,
so
you bound to get into something.
You leave your house with absolutely no agenda. Your only agenda is to go link up with other grown men and have no agenda. Y'all don't have no purpose. Y'all don't have like
nothing. It's just y'all just outside.
Y'all just outside.
Yeah, that's wild. I see it earlier, but now that you actually saying it, that's wild.
And we damn near 50.
Right. Like,
so when you see me and I just pass by you and I throw my pizza, I am going to a destination.
Right.
And then I'm going to go to that destination. I'm going to do what I need to do.
Right.
And you're going to see me drive right back past you. I'm going to get out. I'm going to hug you. I'm going to say hi. And I'm going to go get on the freeway and I'm going to end up here.
Right.
If I don't have a destination, if I don't have a reason to go outside or to be outside, I'm not fucking outside.
I'm not outside. I feel that, because this be the thing about it. I love my home. Man. I enjoy being at home. I got everything I need there. And I'm safe.
And I'm safe.
And
I am out of all of the chaos and confusion.
Right.
But just think about that. Some people leave a house.
That's why when you just said it, it's like, damn, because I see it all the time.
With no agenda.
Right. Hit me. Like, what you doing? I'm in motion. Like, what's up? I'm that on that video, he song, like, if it ain't about growth, don't hit my phone. What we talking about?
With no agenda.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go and I'm just gonna sit here all day.
That's out.
Even if you're hustling, if your hustle has not evolved in 2025,
right,
to where you don't have to sit in one location all day,
right?
What are we doing?
What are we doing? Facts.
And that's not no shade to nobody.
No.
This is just my mentality. I also had a mentality of I'm not sitting and watching a football or a basketball game. And I was at a party the other day and they're like, you don't know sports? I'm like, let me get this straight. You want me to sit down and watch a bunch of men that are already millionaires make their money
Right.
when I could be taking that time to get some education, learning something, or doing something to make my business a fraction of theirs.
Right.
And they like, what do you do for entertainment? I say I get on a plane every now and again, at least every 90 days, and I go and I take my wife to a beautiful island and we just enjoy each other's company for 7 days. But while I'm here, I am trying to figure out how to build something.
Right.
And they're like, that makes sense. I said, because y'all about to spend 2 hours yelling at the TV about somebody else.
That's crazy to say that because I ain't watched sport. My son, we just having a con because he on baseball now or whatever. I don't watch sports no more. It's like I don't really like because I was so into it. You know what I mean? To where now like I don't really have time for that. Like
It's people that fight.
Yeah, man.
It's people that fight.
And I be trying to even get back into it but it's just like like you say, my mentality like I could be doing something else.
Yeah,
Productive.
That TV cuz is gonna last a very long time. It don't come on.
That's crazy, man.
It don't come on. Like I'm really, and like I tell people, if you don't want to get a job, cool. If you don't want to get a job, that's fine. Learn something that you can do from home. They got a bunch of stay-at-home jobs. They got a bunch of this right here. This YouTube thing is going to take off eventually. Like when you see somebody, his name is Mr. Beast or Akai Sanat, sit in front of a TV on Twitch, and he end up at the BET Awards sitting next to Kevin Hart for just turning on your camera at home with a raggedy. He got a raggedy racing chair looking thing behind him. He looked like he might be in a two-bedroom apartment or something.
Eating. Well, it's just about your mentality and what you put into what you willing. What are you willing to do to go where you want to go, man? What work are you going to put into it? How are you going to, you know what I mean?
You're going to work.
You got to, this is the thing about anything. I don't care if you are a stay-at-home mom.
That's work.
That's work.
That's work.
I don't care what it is that you, this is the thing about it, man. You not going to do, if you sitting on your ass all day, it's still some work that goes into that if you're getting paid for it.
Yes.
You have to do your due diligence. So we're not just saying just stay at home and don't like anything you do. That's what we was talking about earlier. Like I had to unlearn the mentality that everything that I did was illegal. That's how I was going to get to where now it's the same hustle, just apply it to a different game. Yeah. If you listen to the Bill Gates, the Elon Musk, they will tell you, I've heard them all tell you, drug dealers can probably run this country, like successful drug dealers.
Yeah.
Just because they said like, and I've heard, I think it might have been, I forget who exactly.
Everybody says it.
But it was like, they got to deal with so much other adversity that I never even have to think about while running their company and may or may not see a profit.
Yeah.
Over here, it's none of these stresses, none of that. And the mentality is the same. And you can have this company running like a well-oiled machine because of your mentality, but you just had to go to some school and stuff to get over here. Nobody never told us that, though, to where it was just like, I'm going with this way. The hustle, the mentality, the work ethic is the fucking same.
And here's the cold thing about it, right? Because we've both made it to a level in life, right?
Right.
That once you get to a certain level, the people up top,
oh yeah,
they actually, I'm talking about in the street game, the people up top, they communicate with each other.
Right.
Them and their wives, they go out they be chilling. And it be the low level that be with all the chaos and
with
confusion.
All the rigmarole.
And then the middle, it like kind of like levels out. But once you
It's a different life.
And so that's just like a corporation, right? The workers on the floor, they always in the cubicle together. They bickering, getting into it with each other, and then they got the management. They somewhat better,
right?
But then the CEOs, I would almost bet that the CEOs of Coke and the CEOs of Pepsi know each other and they hang out.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, so
for sure.
I'm just like, we just got to do better.
For sure. I mean, you can go to shit. The Bush and the Latin family are in business currently today, since forever. Like, so it's like, what are we really doing? You see what I'm saying? To where we had a whole war, and these niggas is in business still
today,
currently. Look it up, like today. So what was the war? Was it really a war? What was it really about? Type shit. It was the people at the low hanging fruit that was, and they up there chilling, man. They created a frenzy because it's all about gas. What you think their business is?
Gas.
That's all I'm saying, man. But we too ignorant to do the research, look into it. To having is just like, go sell drugs. That's how you gonna make it. Go bounce a ball. That's how you gonna make it. Go like, and so that's what we did. Nobody never said, okay, well, the drug dealer might get shot and go to jail. He might need somebody to defend him. Be a lawyer. Yeah. He might get shot. Be a doctor. Those jobs is never going out of
and
like
never
and
going
it's
out
like
of business.
And they come with 401k plans
and pensions,
retirements and pensions
and
things.
All that. Yep.
And you know what's gonna happen when you go to work every day? You're gonna be able to go there and go home. Yeah. He might not walk out the door and
may not come back.
Whether it be dead or jail. Like, but and then the longevity of his job is very, very short. To where it's just like
his career path is for sure.
But mentality wise, like even with something in school not for everybody in our community was something that we ran with, which, you know, true or whatever the statement may be. But this is the thing about it. Time is not stopping for nobody.
Time is not stopping
for nobody. To where, okay, no, you don't like school, you don't do this, but you went to school for 8 years. That 8 years was gonna pass anyway. At least after this 8 years, you a doctor now. You might not want to be a doctor moving forward, but at least you a doctor.
Yeah.
The 8 years is gonna pass regardless.
And I tell people all the time, like I said earlier, it's more than one way to get the information now. Like, you don't have to go to college. Like, I call him Professor C. Professor C, if you see this, I love you to death. He been on me about going back to college to get a degree.
Right.
So I could say I have letters behind my name to do exactly what we're doing right now. Talking. Right. He said, but you'll be looked at more what word he used, a big college word.
Right.
You know what I mean? So more professionally, if you had the PhD behind your name or the letters or whatever. And I'm like, no. Like, the amount of time that I'm going to spend going to college, I already got the information. I have the lived experience.
Right.
Which is way better than what the book's going to tell
Facts.
me. And I'm a truck driver. So I already make the money that this degree will give me. The only thing that I would be able to say is now I have letters behind my name to say that I went to school for this. And we just talked about how that's unnecessary now.
Right.
Once you begin to talk to me and I actually help you, that's all the validation that you need, is that he said something to me that changed my life. The lady I talked to yesterday from Panama, right? She came out here 18 years ago with nothing, just her and her son, with a desire to become a nurse. We had a whole conversation, and she never realized that she didn't become a nurse, but she's in the medical field, and she's a phlebotomist, and you know what I mean? So you're not a nurse, but you still, the goal is accomplished.
Right.
And the look on her face when I explained to her where she was at, she went and I screenshotted the post yesterday, because when she got home, it's like she dolled herself up. And she made this extravagant post for Instagram. And I'm like, now she sees herself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's better than that's better than anything.
For sure.
Allowing somebody to be able to see themselves. So, but we can go on for on.
Right.
We probably got an hour and a half conversation. Hey, this has been a dope ass conversation with Skrill Gates for the Pain and the Purpose podcast. It ain't gonna have no introduction on this
man,
one.
we just got straight into it.
Because we just got straight into it. But I appreciate you, cuz.
Appreciate you for having me, man.
I know he a busy man. He got something to do.
I actually get the keys to my new house today. So when I leave here, I'm gonna blast to Tracy, man. Go get the keys to my new joint, man. So
hey, so I appreciate the time. We out. Peace.
Sure.